Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in the previous tutorial, we took a look at different types of social engineering and how they are executed. So the next thing would be to go ahead and prevent these things. So there are different types of things that you would want to know, but before that, you need to know that the weakest link in your organization is not your firewall, intrusion detection system, cryptography, or antivirus software. You are the weakest link in your computer security. People are mostly vulnerable more than the computers, and that is a famous dialogue said by the Kevin Mitnick. So I'll go ahead with the ways to go ahead and prevent social engineering attack. The first and the most important would be the training, that is user awareness. Users need to know that which information they are giving out could be bad for business or for them, and they need to know that they should not give out such information because that can be risky. After that, we have policies. Employees should not be allowed to divulge private information. This will prevent employees from being socially pressured or tricked into giving out some random information that can be proved hazardous to the company. So, and lastly would be the third party test. That means a company should conduct some ethical hacking or third party test with their company. Having a third party come to your company and attempt to attack in your own network, the third party will attempt to glean information from employees using social engineering, and it helps to detect the company problems that people have with the security. And finally, the thing you need to know is that you need to be smart. Before transmitting personal information over the internet, you need to check whether the connection to the connection is secure, and you need to check that the URL that you are going ahead and accessing is correct. If you're unsure if an email message is not legitimate, you should contact the person or the company by another means to verify the same. And you always need to be paranoid and aware when interacting with anything that needs protected. The smallest information could compromise what you're trying to protect, and it can be very harmful. So these are the different ways of preventing social engineering attacks. No matter how much you know about hacking or not, you will not be able to go ahead and prevent these kind of attacks because they are quite, or you can say they are much more properly targeted when you go ahead and do these kind of attacks. So now enough of these let's say enough of these theories, and now let's go ahead and take a look at some practical thing. Let's go ahead and open our Kali Linux system. We have it over here. Let's go ahead and do some actual attacks. Perfect. So let's go ahead and do some practical problems that will go ahead and help us gather much more information. So now you know the different types of hacking, that is social engineering, technical, non-technical, creating fake accounts, phone calls, and phishing without Kali Linux. Yeah, that is one more part which I have not yet taught you, phishing without Kali. And this is something that you can do even if you don't have Kali Linux. So before I proceed with that, I will teach you. So just in case if you don't have any of this, for if you're trying to go ahead and gain access to some random system, let's say for example the Gmail ID of any specific person, and you don't have Kali Linux with you at that point of time, then what you could do is that you just need to have a computer with the internet connection, and you could simply go ahead and do this simple thing as well. So I'll be just using my Chrome before I show you. It's quite far easier in Kali Linux, but it's also easier if you go and try to do it something in a different way. So just go ahead and type Gmail, and I already have that over here. And when you get this step, just go ahead and click right click, save as, and save it in any of your random space, and make sure that it is the Gmail period HTML, any random page name period HTML, and just click save. And when you have it, you need to go on to your folder. So I'll just go in my folder, and you can see you have your Gmail.html. You go ahead and right click and edit with any text editing file, and go ahead and type Control F over here, and when you come over here, just select action, ACTION, and hit enter. And you have this first action, just leave it as it is, click find next. And when you see this one over here equals to HTTP service login, go ahead and change this with your own IP address. That's, let's say for my IP address, random IP address would be 192.168. let's say 68.23, any random IP address, and this would be my IP address, and just go ahead and put this out and everything will be the same. And over here, instead of post, go ahead and type get. Perfect. So after you do these things, just go ahead and save this in your file and send this to the any party that you want to go ahead and hack into. And when the party goes ahead and tries to click on this link, your own fake page will be created with your own IP address. Or if you don't have an IP address, the other better part would be, instead of IP address, you can go ahead and create random domain. Let me check if my net is still on. So I'll just go ahead and create a random domain. Okay, but I believe my net is down. If you let me check. So never mind. So if you can just go ahead and create a random domain for, let's say, if for Gmail you can type ggmail.com or any random which is name which is almost similar to Gmail. And you can go ahead and check it over here as well. My net is not working, else I would have showed you over here as well. So these are different ways as to how you can go ahead and create fake offline Facebook accounts or Gmail accounts, that if you want to go ahead and gather anyone else's information, you can straight away go ahead and do that. Another method would be to go ahead and use Keylogger or remotely install Keylogger in the third party's computer, but you need to have remote access to that, or you need to have physical access to the computer, or you can go ahead and send some kind of virus to that person and ask him to go ahead and run, let's say, any mp3 file and ask him to go ahead and install. So these are different ways of going ahead and gathering information without without using Kali Linux. So that is one thing. But now in this tutorial I'll be teaching you more about going ahead and gathering information using Kali Linux. So that would be it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial I'll be starting with the main point as to how we can go ahead and gather information and different types of social engineering attacks through Kali Linux.